What's going on, guys? It is Saturday, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I came across an opportunity of a lifetime, and as you can see on my screen, it says the Marvel Movie Marathon Dream Job. Now, this is a lot to take in, ladies and gentlemen, so stay within this video. I'm going to show you the post that my sister tagged me in. So I do want to shout my sister out for looking out for me. This is definitely an opportunity I am willing to take. Now, as I go back to my Facebook page, you guys can see this is Fox 61 News. This is a page that the Fox company has on Facebook, obviously. Now, there are dozens of posts involving, certain subjects, but this one particular subject right here, it actually reached out to my sister, and then my sister reached out to me by tagging me in the comment section. Now, of course, I had to chase the link, and find out if it was real or not. Now, of course, I wouldn't think my sister to tag me in something fake, but we, as a fandom, we have to chase links. We're very sensitive when it comes to theories and, rumors. So basically, this right here in front of your screen, it says job to pay 1K for watching all 20 Marvel films back to back. Now this dates back to phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. We're currently in phase 4, and phase 4 is ending and going into phase 5, and phase 5 will start the new generation basically. And as you can see, we just had this major Fox and Disney deal. So a lot of things is going to shake the world as we know it in the cinematic universe. So I click the link, right? We come here to this page, which leads us to cabletv.com. Now it says, no sleep till Endgame. We'll pay you to watch all 20 basically all 20 Marvel films dating back to phase 1, as I said. So they give you a list, and they also tell you the information about Avengers Endgame, which, is to hit theaters April 26th. So we are currently around the corner from that, almost a month away exactly to this date. It says the right candidate will be paid $1,000, guys, in cash, plus tons of MCU prizes for binging 40 plus hours of superhero action. We're throwing the Infinity Gauntlet. Are you up for the challenge? We're throwing it down. Basically, they're telling you, they're challenging us to do this. Now, most of us have already watched all these films, so this is a piece of cake, really, But the extra in this piece of cake is the opportunity to be challenged to watch something, you know, and to be paid for doing something that you currently love is dope at the same time. So, of course, I said, you know what? I am up for the challenge. I submitted my response. They just asked that you write, at least 200 words or less explaining why you should be chosen for this kind of activity. Now, as I said, in my response, if I'm not chosen, this is still an opportunity for me to take on at home, risk free, Um, one thing people have to understand is this basically. When you're watching these kind of films, especially in the comic book world, you have to be up to date with all of the information. You can't start, example, you can't have people trying to have an interest in Avengers Endgame, but don't know who the Avengers are and how the team was formed. You know, you will have to go back and watch all of these films and see which events ties into the current events that you see now. As I said, there is a reason that Iron Man survived and was able to come out of that cave alive and make an makeshift suit out of basic scrap metal that was provided to him in there. There was a reason why Captain America was given this serum, and there's a reason why he leads the Avengers. There's a reason why Thor is worthy of wielding the hammer. There is a reason why Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, is one of the strongest, half breeds. There's a reason for all of this, guys. And going back to watching, the first makings of these films, yes, it may seem weird, because you're watching, basically, you're in this current time period right now as the date of this movie. You're watching stuff that's leading up to now, but then going back, it just feels like, this is so weird to look at, the first renditions of the earlier films. You see Captain America with that weird, actually comic book accurate suit, and just seeing how tightly fitted it is and just seeing how weird he looks. Um, so it is going to be one heck of an experience going back to watch all those films. Now, I will show you the list that they actually provided, as I said, and they also ask that you be very outgoing on social media, meaning, you are not exactly super famous, but maybe you make posts about movies and the TV shows and stuff like that. So it says right here what you'll be watching. True Marvel fans already know the films, but as a refresher, here are phases 1, 2, and 3 of the current Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, phase 1 is Iron Man 1, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, the First Avenger, and then the Avengers film. Then you have phase 2, Iron Man 3, Thor, The Dark World, Captain America, Winter Soldier, the first Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers Age of Ultron, and the first Ant-Man movie. Then in phase 3, which is, probably the phase where a lot of you people are right now, Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man, and the Wasp. Now, they also listed this. We're not including movies outside of the MCU, which refers to Deadpool, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and any of the early Spider-Man films, and most certainly not Ghost Rider. You're welcome. Also excluded are Marvel/Netflix series, which means Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and the Defenders, and also Iron Fist will not be included in this. Now, I did say this, I am actually glad that they didn't include this because, for one, I always have trouble with watching X-Men films because X-Men films are great, but at the same time, there is no timelines within these movies because it just sickens me watching it, because you can go from watching younger versions of themselves, then they'll come back with the older versions, then they'll die, as you can see in I believe it was Days of Futures Past, basically where everyone died except for Logan. But then they come out with another film, and you have these younger versions, and the younger versions are meeting the older versions of themselves, and it's just like these timelines are so weird, And then you had the Deadpool movie, like he's well aware of the X-Men, but there isn't any connection to where Deadpool fits within the X-Men timeline, and it's just like a lot to follow. And Fantastic Four, they're kind of like the MCU version of, like, I want to say they like the Guardians, um, seeing as they deal with like a lot of threats, that are like more space related, more in the galaxy and more so than on the ground. Um, Yeah, and it's hard to follow them because we don't know if they know of any of these actual other heroes existing in the world. Um, and they mentioned the early Spider-Man films because you guys remember dating back to like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. These Spider-Mans weren't connected into the universe meaning there wasn't any connections to Iron Man or any of the other Avengers. You know, they did tackle the whole Venom thing, but it wasn't made broad, you know. So now in this next phase, which is phase 5, you know, we'll have the new generation, which will start off with Spider Man. Then you'll introduce other characters into the universe. And apparently, Venom is, you know, entering the universe as well, seeing as Tom Hardy wants to face off against this current Spider Man. Now, like I said, this is definitely a challenge to accept, whether chosen or not chosen, because me, as a fan, you know, of these films, and as a YouTuber, a Twitter person, a Facebook, and an Instagrammer, I always try to basically give you guys utmost accurate information, you know? So doing my research, going back and seeing these films several times over, it does help me, you know, understand the events, as I said, leading up to Infinity War and Endgame, you know? And then at the same time, I'm doing a solid for you guys by keeping you guys updated with the information by making these videos, posting my tweets, doing my blog, doing my podcast, you know. So it is a win-win situation, whether chosen or not. As I said, this is an opportunity for anyone, basically. So you would basically go to this site here, cabletv.com. I think I'm gonna leave the link to the description, because if you do actually go to cabletv.com, it might take you to something else. If you are basically in my area, like the New York area or the Connecticut area, this post is actually on Facebook. So you would, how do I say? Maybe you would look up Fox 61 News. As you can see in the search bar, it says Fox 61. You know, so maybe if you just search that up, you can find this article. You click it, and the link will direct you here. You fill out the information basically at the bottom of the page. You submit it, and you'll get an email from the company stating whether if you have been accepted to participate in this challenge, you know, and how strong your chances are, basically. Um, and it also says you could leave a submission video as well. I just did the written part. This video that I'm doing right now won't be the submission. This will just be for my YouTube page, obviously. But as I say, you know, this is an opportunity of a lifetime, especially if you're a super fan of the MCU. You know, this should be a piece of cake, as I said, for you guys. You know, going back to watch these films, it's not hard to do. Um, Most of these films are enjoyable. Now, these are the prizes. You get $1,000, and you also get every Marvel MCU Blu-ray film for your collection. So they list all 3 MCU Blu-ray box sets. So you get the Black Panther, you get Avengers Infinity War, and you get Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, you do know these Blu-ray sets, you know, they have extra scenes and behind the scenes footage and stuff like that. You know, a lot of Easter egg comic book references and stuff to, you know, to go over. And it also says you get a Marvel Marathon Survival Kit. So you get a Captain America popcorn popper, an Orville Redenbacher popcorn kernels, a Thanos Infinity Gauntlet mug, an Iron Man Snuggie, $100 Grubhub gift card, and more Marvel gear that you can share, you know, basically with anybody. Like, this is a lot, you know. Just $1,000 alone is a big thing, you know, but to also get, you know, some fandom gear. You getting a Thanos Infinity Gauntlet mug, ladies and gentlemen. You getting an Iron Man Snuggie. Like, that is dope, you know. That is fandom at its greatest level. If you're a fan, you definitely support the franchises and stuff like that by, you know, having these items. And the fact that they are being provided to you freely, It's just a deal of a lifetime. I don't understand why some of you aren't even considering doing this. And then look, you get $1,000. You're also getting $100 Grubhub gift card. Grubhub is it's like a takeout kind of thing. You can order food there, you can have it delivered to your house and stuff like that. But this is $100 worth. A lot of us struggle every day just to make $100 or something like that, or even struggle to buy food. Let alone some of us doesn't even like cooking at home. So just the opportunity to possibly win this gift card, it does value for your stomach and your wallet. I don't think there's anything else I can possibly say about this. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for you guys. Go search it up, go apply today, and hopefully you will be considered to participate in this event. But even if you're not, I personally challenge you to go back and educate yourself, because going into Endgame, you're going to need all the Easter eggs, you're going to need all the secrets, you're going to need every bit of information you need to understand what led to this event that we are going to see on April 16th. Now, with that being said, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Smash that like button, because it will do good for the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and it will possibly do good for my ego. And also share my channel with any of your friends, family members, anyone that you work with, anybody that you go to school with, anybody that you go to a local park area. you know. As I keep saying in all my videos, the more subscribers I have, the more videos, the more content I can go over. I appreciate everyone that has been sticking by me through my tough times, through the quality of these videos. I do know it's not of greatest quality, but I am working on it slowly. With your help, I can definitely push forward, in getting to the place where I want to be with my channel. So with that being said, I catch you guys real soon. Peace.